Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Great Gibraltar Draft and Hound Dogs. So today we are taking up Mons Calp. They are second in the league, so they're fighting for the trophy, and we are sitting in fourth. Not a bad result so far, but it's time to show you kind of how we've got to this point so far. So after our first match, we did end up drawing against Man 62 2-all. They took the lead through Ballantyne in the first half an hour. We did manage to retaliate though. It was Shabalala playing it back to Draper, out to Wayne, and then bareback's through ball to Pella was able to give him the opportunity to slot that past the keeper to make it 1-all. We then did take the lead, in fact, to make it 2-1. It was in the start of the second half. A ball forward by Diego Alves went all the way through to allow for Munilal to get through on goal and finish that one. Gave us a 2-1 lead. We weren't able to quite hold on though. With only a couple minutes left, Hunt comes forward for Man 62, plays it over the top to Dumbia, who was carrying a little bit of a knock, to slot it past the keeper for 2-all. We continued our undefeated run, this time getting the win though, with Hound Dogs beating Europa FC. Bareback getting a yard and firing it past the keeper. A lovely strike there early on in the game in the first 10 minutes. We did get a second in the start of the second half. Draper coming forward this time, finding Williams, who's ball over the top, found Graziano Pella, who was able to volley it past the keeper. They did score a consolation goal though later on in the game on the 78th minute mark. It coming forward to Kone, who played Blazikowski into Shane Long, then Quilo, who was able to then slot it past the keeper. Lovely goal, but not enough for the win. A dominant 0-0 draw followed against St Joseph. A change of formation for Hound Dogs did lead to a draw, but I think there's positives to come after dominating the game completely. And in our last game, we drew 2-all with College 75. It was a ball out wide to Byrne, who was able to find Shabalala, who finished in the first instance. We got a second goal in quick succession, though, to make it 2-0, and I was thinking this could be a fantastic win for us, with Harrison getting down the right-hand side. Both fullbacks fully involved here. Ball in, and Pella with the header dominating the back line. But it was late on again that we faltered, and they managed to get 2 goals. The former wonder kid Freddie Adu, Football Manager legend, got a ball into the box, back sticks, where Robson Kanu was able to head past Diego Alves, and then they got a second moments later, losing the ball in their half. A ball quickly turned over the top, Cortez Navales running through on goal and finishing to level things up 2-all. So that is where we're at. We're undefeated, but only won 1 game so far. We're scoring goals, but also conceding them. So it's a mixed bag at the moment. We've got Mons Calp today, who's going to be a tough one, as they are sitting in second place. They're a good side. This is kind of the formation we've moved to, a 4-2-3-1 wing play. Shabalala out wide. Ramirez was sitting just behind Pella, with Bareback on the right. Then we've got Draper and Wayne currently in the midfield, with Boyce at right back, Wisdom, Chipol and Byrne at the back, and Diego Alves in goal. The reason for that was because Dede was injured, but he will slot in now, and I think what we'll do is we'll take Emerson Boyce out, put Wisdom at right back, and Dede can sit at the back with Chipol. Centre midfield, we might actually look to move things around a little bit if we've got the players, although Williams is looking a little bit jaded, so I might leave that for now, as this will be the lineup we go for, making the most of our kind of attacking men. It'll be a tough game, as it always is, but we're undefeated so far. If we can continue that run, I'd be pretty happy with getting in the top 4. I think that's a good goal for the first season. They've got a very, very good side, especially as we've got a lot less players, because a few of our players have dropped out, and we've also got Ricardo Fuller and Boyce, who aren't really first team quality. They've got Westwood, El Mohammadi, Wheater, and Bengwe, Kabore, Carlos Eduardo, Saivet, Asaidi, and Umar Nias. So they've got a lot of players who are very good quality in their side. They're playing a 4-3-3, so they're slightly more defensive maybe. And Asaidi on that left-hand side is definitely can cause some issues. We can also see that St Joseph beat Europa Point 1-0, Traore getting a goal, and it looked like, I think it was Man 62 also got a win there, 4-0. And Bengwa, though, on the left-hand side from Mons Calp, he's going to be taking on Wisdom out there. Can he get a delivery in? Saivet receives it back, looks inside, and Bengwa, then Kabore, who's the deep lying. Wow. I mean, what a strike that is. We're not going to stop that, no matter what keeper you've got in goal. Kabore with a fantastic strike from the edge of the box. Smashes it top right-hand corner. Diego Alves has got no chance with that one, as Mbengwe and Saivet working it well on that side. Finds Mbengwe again, who lays it back to the Kabore. And what a strike that is. No chance for the keeper. But we keep going. Man 62 beat Link 6-0, 4-0. Doumbia getting 2, Makanjo and Hunt as well. So still, they're doing all right. Up the top there with Mons Calp. Europa FC obviously are up there as well. Then us, then Lincoln in 5th. St Joseph were fighting at the bottom of the table, but obviously it looks like they've got a little bit of a run. And I think that's the thing with this division. I mean, Lincoln have only played 3 games and they're just outside the playoff, the kind of not playoffs. They're not playoffs, are they? They're Europa Conference League, I think, positions. But with that said, looking at the squad we've got here, the boys they're not doing great, are they? What do I do then? I think we'll just move Ramirez around, basically. We'll take Draper off and we'll bring on Jesse Munilal in there. And do we swap him over and maybe have him more of a box-to-box? Because that is, I mean, he's a very good box-to-box. Nah, we'll leave him as he is. We'll leave him as that. Hopefully it will help Ramirez improve his performance, because he's not been great and he is one of our kind of biggest players. So we need him to perform. And I mean, Pella can only score if he gets the deliveries. We've looked a lot better already this half. A lot more XG, a lot more on target, that sort of thing. So it's good to see. We've only got half an hour to go, though. So it's looking edgy. Carlos Eduardo with a free kick from Mons Calp, though. Can he put this away? Diego Alves matches it, but palms it out for a corner. Yeah, this is sketchy. That's the word I was looking for. Carlos Eduardo with a ball in from the corner. It's headed towards goal, but we do manage to deal with it in the end. Not great. Can we get a turner? I mean, if we lose to that Kabore strike, it's quite a goal to lose to, but I think we can still deal with this. Chapol with the header away. Wheater with is that a volley across? I mean, the centre half just turned to Pele, and Mohamedi's not able to get that on target, so it stays at 1-0. I mean, if we sit in there, that's fine. Lincoln's, yeah, like I say, played 3 games. You've got College versus Magpies coming up, who are kind of next to each other. But, I mean, if either of them win, they go above us in the league if the result stays like this. So it's that close in the division. So it just shows the competitive nature of it. Carlos Eduardo, though, with the ball, plays back to Mbengwe, into Carlos Eduardo again. He looks inside to Kabore. Now, Kabore, goal scorer, yellow card. I mean, he's got it all. Mbengwe, though, at the back to Ojeda. He looks forward to Carlos Eduardo, then Kabore, then Carlos Eduardo. It's well cut out by Dede. Now, Munilal, can you make something happen? Bareback into Pele. Pella is not getting to that, because that is a poor pass. You're looking in front of him. He wants it to feet. Not great. As we're looking to try and chase things down again, Dede does well again to get onto that. Shabalala, can you create something here on this left-hand side? You got a little bit of pace still. You are getting on a bit, but you've got a bit of pace. A ball fired across. Pella, what a goal that is. I tell you what, I am very, very happy with that. What a strike. Sifway Shabalala working brilliantly on that left-hand side and absolutely rifles it across. And Graziano Pella is there just to tap home, which is what he does. Shabalala bombing down that side, fired across, and Pella is there, left-footed, half volley, past the keeper. Keeper's got no chance, has he? No chance in hell. But that's good. To be honest, I will take that. After a kind of a poor game for most of it, we did manage to create something enough to get us a goal to level things up. We're still unbeaten. Still only won 1 game, but we're still unbeaten. So can't complain too much about that. We've got Lynx coming up next. They're second from bottom. 6 games. Only won 1 so far this, just like us, but they've lost 3 other games. So it'll be interesting. And they've just lost to Man 62. Alex Rubio and Aloha scoring for College 75 against Magpies to bring them up to 3rd. So that just shows how close this league is. But Lincoln's got 3 games in hand, so it could be very, very interesting. We rescued a late draw, still unbeaten, still going strong. So will be interesting to see how things go. We've got a jam-packed kind of month in October, but we'll probably end up coming back for the Lincoln game as that'll be obviously a big one to play. But with that said, thank you very much for watching. I'll make sure to catch you in the next one. We'll be taking on Lynx, off screen, Yaya Sonogo, Pandev, Palacios, Van Queer, Petripa, as well as Asamoah and Alnwick. So some good players in there. But I'll catch you in the next one. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and I'll see you then.